What 2020 did for all of us, it informed us that our experience may not be the only experience, so we need to actually start talking and actually ask.
Here in Northern Virginia, because we are such a heavy military and veteran populated area, we really wanted to hear from our military community. We wanted to be able to provide an environment, a safe environment, where our veterans and our military and our family members could come, share their experiences.
So to launch the One Military, One Community in Northern Virginia, we had a kickoff session actually on the 5th of November. I'll never forget it. And in that session, we played a video to help people understand why we were doing it. And it was a video of a mother, a military spouse, who was bringing her minority children back to the United States. And they had lived abroad and they had had a great life. But she felt she needed to prepare them to deal with racism in America. And she said as she was talking to them, she saw the innocence leave their eyes. And that story gripped all of us.
We also know that as military, we don't get to choose where we get to go. We don't get the opportunity to choose which school districts per se that our children get to attend. And we wanted to hear what those experiences were here in the region.
I was born just before the Civil Rights era. So I benefited from the recent progress that was made and opportunities that were created. And so my experience was informed by that, and it was really pretty good. I grew up as a military kid. I grew up in an integrated society, and I lived for 30 years in the military in an integrated society where I never had to feel less than for any reason. 9 years later, I have a brother who takes a similar path, and his experience is very different. Because in those 9 years, things had started to change. And which brings us to 2020. I'm a veteran, I'm a minority, and so I kind of thought I had a handle on most of the issues until I went to the listening session. First and foremost, we invite people to tell their stories. We create a safe space so that they're free to do that. And then we bring leaders into the room to listen, so that instead of just hearing a policy issue or a theme, it's a person. And that helps inform them as they figure out what are they going to do about it.
We know that we're asking people to share things that are extremely vulnerable, very difficult to talk about. So that's why we decided to do the small ones. Usually our listening sessions are between 8 to 12 individuals. And in this space, we also created what we call guest listeners. Those individuals are military leaders, they're policymakers, they're employers, there's community partners, and really all they do is listen. And the reason we want that is because we want them to hear. We're not expecting them to respond per se, because we want them to take it in and then take it out into their communities and their organizations, have these conversations, and start making actionable items to change the culture of our communities.
Northern Virginia developed a roadmap based on all the information that we were collecting. So between the survey and the listening sessions, we collected the data, and certain themes began to emerge. And based on that, we organized them and developed a roadmap to inform local leaders about where they can invest their time and energy, knowing that everybody's got a limited amount. And it's been amazing.
We're bringing awareness, but we're also evoking change. You know, we don't have the listening sessions just to hear, but to be able to take it back and start movement. And that's really the goal of the listening sessions.